Hey guys, I wanted to pop on and do a kind of get ready with me tutorial, I guess you would call it, just because I was having a conversation with my mom about how I do my foundation routine as well as my concealer, and I was like, oh, I should just do a tutorial. It's easier than trying to explain it to you. So that is what I am going to do. So Mom, this is for you. I am working with some natural daylight, and then I have a light behind me. So hopefully it's good lighting for you guys to see what I am doing. But yeah, I am going to jump right into it. Okay, so I actually do not start with my foundation. I almost pretty much always, unless I'm going to do next to nothing on my eyes, start with my eyes. So if you do not want to see me doing my eye makeup, I will make a timestamp and let you know where I am doing my foundation. If you're my mother, you're going to be watching the whole thing. So yes, I use these little post-it things as kind of shadow shields for when I am doing eye makeup. Okay. Alrighty. And then I have very little of this left, but I am trying to use it up. It is the Kat Von D. What is it? It is the Kat Von D Prime and Correct eyeshadow primer. Okay. Little mini sponge. There we go. I'm currently obsessed with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. This is a MAC 244, and I am going to dip into Tempura. So next, guys, I'm going in with my MAC 217 into Orange Soda. And I am not happy with this brush at the moment, so I am going to go into my Sephora Pro Airbrush blending brush. It's not that it's a bad brush, it's just not what I normally do when I put down a transition color. I usually use something a bit more fluffy. And this is doing the job. And I'm just going to get into one of the lighter shadows in here, the Halo Enhance. Now, I'm going to try again. I'm back at 217, but going to the burnt orange. Yeah, this is definitely better for more precise crease work. How I do my blending. So, the last step that I did was I went into the sienna, and that was one of the darkest colors, so I grab a small brush, and I just slightly place that in my outer V, and then I start going back on the other brushes that I use. Like I went into the burnt orange with this, and I use that to help blend it out. And then what I used in the orange soda, the Sephora Pro brush, I go back, and that's basically how I do my blending. Oh. Okay. Okay, so I have my Sigma brushes here. I was just trying to decide exactly what I am going to do. I do want to try that bronze color, so I am going into, with my Sigma lid brush, into the bronze color here. Okay, let's do her. That was just my Mac Fix Plus. So I wiped off that brush that I had the bronze on, and I'm going to go into Fairy and put that on the inner corner. And I think I'm going to stay with using the Fix Plus on it as well. It's just a clean 222 brush. Okay, and I think that is it for my eyeshadow. So now to start with the foundation tutorial. So for my foundation, I have been using lately the Smashbox Primer Oil, and this is definitely good for me in the winter and when my skin is drier. Probably have a different routine for the summer because then my skin is not as dry. There we go. Okay. So for foundation, my go-to lot is the Beyond Perfecting. Basically, it is just a great, it has really nice fuller coverage to it. It is considered a foundation concealer, but this matches my skin, and my concealer I go in with is lighter, and you guys will see that. But yes, that is what I use, and I love these doe foot applicators. So okay, then this does all the work, and I might even, let's see, now using the primer oil, I typically, it doesn't, I mean, the Beyond Perfecting doesn't set that quickly anyways, but with the primer oil it doesn't definitely sit very quick. I'm just grabbing this here, gives me a bit better view. There we go. Oop. Okay, pretty happy with that. Now, the Shape Tape. I am using Fair Neutral. This is many shades lighter than my skin tone. And maybe when I go back to buy it, I will get something that's closer to my skin tone, because I guess this trend is going out a little bit where you extreme highlight, but I like it. And I think I get it to blend all in. So I only go in once, and then I start placing it where I want it. So all of that from one dip into the Shape Tape. Now, to blend, so I don't look like a crazy person. Okay. Oh, one of the steps that is very important is I notice that it gets a little harder to blend, so I use the Fix Plus in between. And yes, it's a good amount that I use. There we go. That is one thing that's definitely hard, is trying to stay in frame. Worth it? Trying to stay in frame, and then also trying to make sure that that your makeup looks good. Not as easy as it looks, people. Okay, so overall I'm happy with that. So what I am going to do is dip into a brush for under my eyes, which I'm going to go with, yes, this is the Sephora Airbrush. They're calling it the Precision Foundation, but what I'm using it for is for my ethereal light. And I'm just going to put this under my eyes, somewhat heavy, but I will be blending it out after. So for me, this is like a mini bake because it's not loose powder. So that there, and this here. Now, the highlighter I will be using is also something that I have reviewed recently, and I absolutely love it. So yes, and dipping into the Amrise highlight. Okay, there, for now. Okay, then the next step, before I go into bronzer, I actually usually go into another powder just to somewhat set, and I am just using my Mineralized Skin Finish in Medium Plus. Okay. Now, I am at my dressing table, so I have here my favorite, it's a Park Avenue Princess, and I am going to go in with my NARS brush into Princess Cut. Okay. This one here, which is my Sigma FB03, for we're all over bronzing-ish. Ooh, can you see that? Anyways, probably why I don't use that brush a lot. This is my go-to blending face brush. So, because there's like definitely some lines that I can see right now, and this helps blend it all together. So I'm just gonna grab this to look in again. So guys, if you're in Canada, this is from Quo, and yeah, this is what I use to blend everything together. But there's also, my Sedona lace set is at my boyfriend's place, and there's a brush like that in that set. So I have hardly ever used these colors, and I'm just going to use them ever so lightly with this brush under my eyes and see what that looks like. I think I feel like I blended away most of my contour. Let's go back in with that NARS brush from them. Back in. Okay. That's good. There we go. So, just gonna give it another quick blend. Go in with this brush here, which is my MAC 103 brush, and I'm gonna go back into that Amorezy highlight. And one of the reasons I'm such a big fan of this highlighter is that you can go in and use a softer touch and get like a really soft highlight, or you can go in and go like ham and get a crazy huge highlight. This just had the leftover Hourglass powder, and of course, so this is like my, it's like my in-between all over blending brush whenever I put face stuff on. Okay, face powders, not stuff. So if you've been watching my channel, you will be familiar with this blush. It is Baby Love from Too Faced. Go in and use something I haven't used in a little while. It is a great spring blush, and it is from Chanel, and it is Rose Initial. I'm just going to use that on the apples on my cheeks. And I am going in with my MAC numbers rubbed off. It's been well loved. One of the things I do like about the Chanel blushes, even though I don't use them that often, is they are sheer, which some people would be like, well, why do you want a sheer blush? Don't you want a pigmented one? When a blush is sheer, when something is sheer, that means you can build it up, right? And sometimes it's easy to get heavy-handed, and I can be very heavy-handed at times. That's why this comes in handy. Helps me blend all of my sins. Okay. Different eyebrow brush today than I normally would. Okay. So of course it is my MAC Waterproof Pro Longwear Brow Set. So I first put a little on before I put my powder on, and then I just brush it in to the brows. Then, of course, I go into my Anastasia Duo and Taupe. And Taupe, the lighter color, is primarily what I use. That's what I go into first for the front of my brows. And then I kind of mix between the two colors and start going through the back of the brows. I'm pretty happy with that. So, go back into the brow set, and I'm gonna try and not get so much on. Okay, it's working that through the brows. There. I do want to go back into this here. I'm just gonna take a little from here and then just go through the center of my face. Alrighty guys, now on to what will I do next? I'm going to do the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray, and I am not light with my setting spray. I go in heavy. That's right. And try and keep your face as perfectly still as possible, so as not to produce any makeup lines. Well, it sets. Now, go in with some mascara. This is my Tight Line from It Cosmetics. If you are new to my channel, it is Holy Grail, love of my life. Always have this in my collection. Okay. Sorry that cut out there, but yes, I just went in with this mascara. And then I am going in with a new mascara that I've been trying out and actually really enjoying, which has two parts to it, a primer portion as well as a mascara portion, and I'm taking the primer portion now. Okay. Now, time to find something to put on my lips. I am going to go in with a favorite of mine, which is the Lancome Bronzel lip liner. Okay. And what am I going to use? Oh, I do really like this. I haven't used it in a little while. It is from the Mariah Carey collection, and it is the Cream Sheen in Darling. So it had a beautiful butterfly, got smooshy, but yes, I love this. So I see there is a little bit of the mascara under my eyes on the one side. So I'm just going to take a Q-tip and try and... Oh! Brushed away with ease! I love when that happens. Okay. Am I... So, you know what? No, I'm not going to do this step. Okay, there. Hold my hair down. Day 2 hair after the smoothing duo. So guys, that is one of my go-to, pretty much every day on a workday basis foundation routine. The makeup does change. This is a little bit darker eyeshadow than I would wear to work. Not a huge amount, just a little bit, but I do like it. It is from that palette that I recently reviewed, and you guys know I am absolutely in love with the Soft Glam palette. This is a bit of an extra video for my mom because I will be in Mexico when she's viewing this. So it's Sunday morning, and normally my mom and I talk on the phone every Sunday morning. And there's Mikey in the background being cute. But yeah, because I'm in Mexico, I won't be able to talk to her, so this is our conversation. Mom, I'm having a great time. Don't worry about me. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos, click that notification bell, and it will let you know when I upload, and additionally, subscribe to my channel. Hope you guys are having a great day, and talk with you again soon.